So sorry for the break. So when same thing happened, he invited that Vedic scholar, the scholarly person, and asked him about the Paratattva Namakim. That means what is the name of the Paratattva or the Supreme Personality of God? He said, I am also in a learning stage. I haven't figured out still yet. I have studied so many scriptures, but still I am unable to figure out that. So then he went off. He got up and then he sent him off. Again, afterwards, after half an hour, poor Brahmana comes. He invited the poor Brahmana and asked the poor Brahmana to sit on the Vyasasana. Then the poor Brahmana he asked the same question, Paratattva Namakim. That means the name of the Paratattva. What is the name of the Supreme? Then the poor Brahmana told, he immediately got angry and he broke some thing there. And he was chastising Parasara Bhatta, saying that how dare you can take these Vedic classes to your disciples without knowing about the Supreme Personality of God. What sort of a process you have followed to develop devotional service? So he was saying that he was criticizing, he was chastising because he got angry without knowing the name of the Supreme Personality of God, without knowing who is Supreme. The Parasara Bhatta was giving classes to his Vedic disciples in his Gurukul. So he got wild. Then he told, this also you don't know which is the core subject, which is the main subject of our devotion. He is Ranganatha only. He is lying there. He is the Paratattva. So then then he sent him off. Then he was discussing with the disciples. Now you see the difference. The poor Brahmana, though he is not learned, though he is not scholarly, but still he knows about who is Supreme Personality of Godhead and his powers and his vibhudis. But Vedic scholar, though he studies so many Vedas and he knows so many rituals, but still he doesn't know who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here we should understand that the attitude of the devotional service and the intelligence that who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is very, very important. So coming to the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj, the great Acharya in our Gaudiya Sampradaya lineage, says about three aspects always: Namaruchi, Jivadaya, and Vaishnava Seva. Namaruchi is chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jivadaya is showing mercy to other living entities. Vaishnava Seva is serving Vaishnavas and pure devotees, because Vaishnavas are called Goswamis. Goswamis means Go means senses, Swami means master. So master of the senses. So opposite to Goswami is Godasa. So when the KPI, the key performance indication is always Prabhupada says the lauding over material nature. So we should not have that tendency or attitude of lauding the material nature. So in Leelamrita also, in Prabhupada's Leelamrita also, when Prabhupada's God brothers was criticizing Prabhupada because he have brought so many Westerners and giving them Diksha and Brahmana and all, they are all Mlechas, they are not going to follow this. The same time Prabhupada received a letter from his devotee in the Western country, saying that in the letter he has wrote to Prabhupada that I have done so much preaching in Krishna consciousness. Please bless me. I want to still more multiply this. I want to still advance in Krishna consciousness. But so all these things about his achievements about his sadhana and all those things. So Prabhupada told him. Prabhupada showed that letter to his great God brothers. See, how much my disciples invest. They are trying to please me, trying to please Krishna, and how they are cooperating with me, and how they are following me. They are just following me. So that is enough. One who follows Guru, then easily can go back to Godhead. So there are 9 stages of devotional service. The first verse of Nectar of Instructions deals with Shraddha. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhava, Prema. So Ado Shraddha means, one should very keenly understand this. Ado Shraddha means faith. So faith in the association of faith in doing devotion service, and Sadhu Sangha means taking the association of devotees. Once you take the association of devotees, it will become Bhajana Kriya. That is you will start chanting the holy names of the Lord. Once you start the chanting of the holy names of the Lord for without offenses, then you will lead to the stage of promote to the stage of Anartha Nivritti, which is the bad qualities what behind the heart, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. And once the anarthas are removed from our heart, then we will have fixed mind. So then that Nishtha will come. Nishtha means, yes, definitely I am going to chant 16 rounds minimum, plus I will serve the devotees, plus I do Shastra Seva. All these things will come. You will have a very fixed standards of Krishna consciousness. Then you will automatically, when you are fixed in the devotional service, you will get the taste, that is Ruchi. So the taste for advancing Krishna consciousness, the taste for understanding Krishna, the taste for hearing about Krishna's pastimes. Then the next thing is Ashakti, that is detachment to material desires and attachment to Krishna. And the next 8th stage is Bhava, the pre-stages of Bhakti. Pre-stages of Bhakti. Then you will have a very good, nice attitude, nice mood. So let us serve devotees, let us serve Krishna, let us offer to Krishna whatever we have. Let us preach about Krishna, let us discuss about Krishna. All these things you will have. You will get that Bhava. So like for example, if you see the beautiful garden, you will immediately, your mood says, let offer all these flowers, fragrant flowers to the lotus feet of Krishna. So then the final stage is Prema. That is pure devotional service. So in 11 verses of Nectar of Instructions, the first verse talks about the Shraddha, first 3 verses, and 4 to 6 deals about Sadhu Sangha, and the 7th one deals with Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi. And the 8th one is about Ashakti, and the 9 to 11 deals about Bhava and Prema. So there are 6 others to speak. There are 6 others: Vacho Vegam, Manaso Vegam, Krodha Vegam, Udara Vegam, and that is the urge to speak, urge to anger, and urge to belly, urge to genitals. So this Prabhupada translates all these 6 things. When it comes to the point of speech, that is, he says, Prabhupada, in his purport, he says, we should follow the Mauna Vrata unless or otherwise, until the topic of Krishna Katha is discussed. So if Krishna Katha topics are discussed, then we can open our mouth and then we can discuss about Krishna Katha, and we can preach about Krishna consciousness. That is called urge to speak. That is to say that the talks or the words we speak, we utter, should be related to Krishna consciousness, and Krishna should be centered in that. So no Prajalpa's talks should be discussed. So we should also engage the words should from these words we should glorify Krishna. We should chant the holy names of the Krishna, and urge to tongue, the mind. So to control mind is by chanting the holy names of the Lord, by fixing our mind to the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by so when Prabhupada was in Australia, once the devotee, the traveling devotee, the devotee who travels along with Prabhupada, he was discussing with another devotee about some other devotee in the temple. When Prabhupada heard this, he called that devotee, particular devotee, why you are talking about Prajalpa? Then the devotee who traveled along with Prabhupada, he said, no, Prabhupada, I was talking about another devotee, I was talking about devotee. Prabhupada says, even that is also Prajalpa. When your words are not dealt with Krishna consciousness, then definitely, even if you are talking about a devotee also, it is a Prajalpa. So better not to find fault with others. Always engage your words by glorifying Krishna, by singing kirtans, Krishna kirtans. So three things are very important for Krishna consciousness, or reciting the slokas, or learning the slokas. One is recitation of slokas, and the repetition of slokas, and the revision of slokas. Among three, the repetition is the mother of learning. If you go on repeating, definitely you will learn the sloka, definitely you will understand the sloka, definitely you will explain to others also. So the next one is Vacho Krodha, that is how to control the anger. You can control anger only by engaging in Krishna consciousness. That is from Tamogun to Rajogun. So Rajogun can be promoted by engaging in Krishna consciousness. Whenever you get anger, try to chant holy names of the Lord. But when it exceeds your limit, like when some person or the non-devotee is criticizing about Krishna or other devotees, then you have to open your mouth and try to stop him by argument, by convincing him or make him understand. If that is also not a thing, then you have to quit the place. So when the things gets critical, then Prabhupada gives two examples. When Hanuman got angry when his master Lord Ram, Supreme Lord Ram was criticized, then he burned the whole Lanka. And also another example Prabhupada gives about Jagai Madai. When Jagai Madai when Jagai injured Nityananda Prabhu, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the Sudarshan Chakra and was trying to kill both the demons. And also Arjuna was angry. Arjuna got angry when after getting instruction from Krishna, so to remove all the irreligious activities, to kill all irreligious persons. So, and how to control the tongue when your tongue is controlled only by honoring prasadam, and that too the regulated prasadam. So just because it is prasadam, you cannot have too much. So then it will become lethargic, and will not practice Krishna consciousness very, very seriously. And the fourth one is belly. Same thing. We have to have a regulated prasadam, and that should not be increased or it should not be decreased. So because once you eat a lot of prasadam, also you will get diseases, and you will not have a mood to practice Krishna consciousness. And if you have less meal also, you will become unhealthy, you will become sick, and that's also not a good symptom for Krishna consciousness. So genitals, it is a function of the body. Only you have to only when you want to become a Krishna consciousness kid, then you can have this married life. Otherwise, you should skip off from that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.